So today I'm getting back to my roots and I'm counting down 4kids shows. cw4kids shows. For the sake of this video, I just want to specify something. I'm only counting shows that themselves aired on the cw4kids. So I'm not necessarily counting shows just because they were dubbed by 4kids, so Pokemon doesn't count. Yeah, it's great, but it never actually aired on cw4kids or 4kids TV, so I'm not gonna put it on this list. Also, I'm not necessarily saying that a show is better because I'm saying it's number 1, or a show is worse because I'm saying it's number 8 or 10 or whatever. I'm just trying to talk about some 4kids shows. I just want an excuse to talk about them. I don't care. I'm not ranking these shows right now. But now that I have that out of the way, time to get into this. Okay, this is a show that just sort of permeated in the back of my head for a few years before I found out that no, I didn't just completely make this show up. Skunk Fu. It's weird because this show came out around the same time as Kung Fu Panda, if I remember it correctly. And this just weirded me out. I'm wait, is this a sequel to Kung Fu Panda? What's going on here? Such a weird show. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just such a weirdly nostalgic show. But speaking about shows that I literally forgot even existed, Robots. What is this? What is this? I don't even know. But here's where we're gonna get real. Magination. Magination was probably one of my favorite shows as a kid, and I don't even know why. I've already talked about the show a little bit in the past, but the show aired in 2007 and lasted up until 2010 and is actually based off of a Game Boy game that nobody's ever heard of. I've actually been wanting to make a video about this show for a while now, a dedicated video. I've even written pseudo scripts and stuff, but I don't know, man. I'm not really sure if anybody wants to see that. The show stars this character known as Tony, and he's just this normal human kid who gets basically isekai'd into this world and is given a monster known as a magi. But instead of your typical isekai protagonist who's a complete incel weirdo, Tony's actually a pretty cool dude. There was also a pretty cool card game that came out for this show. The show did actually start out on Kids WB, but when that program ended, it actually moved over to the cw4kids. I just want to remind people that Nintendo allowed for a Kirby show to be made in the 2000s. This was actually my first exposure to Kirby, and I always thought he was pretty cool because of it. This show had a pretty cool theme song, which I'm not sure I'm allowed to play. Honestly, Nintendo's probably already got me with copyright at this point, but it is what it is. I should probably get this off my screen before. No, Nintendo, I'm sorry. I promise never to talk about your shows again.
What you even doing being inside him anyway? Everyone agrees, dude, that is pretty gay.
For the sake of this video, I'm gonna count all the Yu-Gi-Oh series as one series, even though that makes absolutely no sense, but hey. At least all the ones that aired on 4kids. Yu-Gi-Oh was still one of the most he's still the most drippy character, I think, of all time. This dude was just so effortlessly dripping back in the day. And it's so weird that Y2K fashion has come back, because now this dude looks even more stylish than ever. And I mean Joey, bro. Joey is just, bro, that t-shirt, bro. That t-shirt is just absolutely chef's kiss, peak fashion. The English dub, although dubbed by 4kids, didn't actually debut on the cw4kids. Instead, it aired almost a decade before on Kids WB. But that wasn't my first exposure to it. It was on cw4kids, actually around the same time as they started to dub 5Ds, which was just kind of weird. Also, I think that people are over-hating 5Ds at this point, and can we just agree that Hyperdrive is the best Yu-Gi-Oh intro of all time? I literally just blast the reverb version of that all the time, just in my day-to-day life. I just be walking down the street. If somebody comes up to me and asks me what I'm listening to, reverb, Hyperdrive, Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. And come on, bro. Has it been a decade? Can we just stop hating on Yu-Gi-Oh Zexal, man? Yuma deserves some love. This was the first Yu-Gi-Oh show I could actually see the premiere of.
Dude, you're about to get schooled! Enroll in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX! Today at 11 on the cw4kids.
I feel it's hard to talk about 4kids without talking about Sonic X. Oh my god. I'm so tired of Sonic X for some reason. Don't get me wrong, the show's nostalgic, it's got a pretty good theme song, but come on, man, I'm tired of it. I really am. This show just won't die. Little kids are still watching this show, which is just weird to think about. Yeah, this is the quintessential Sonic But they haven't done anything with the show, or this, I mean, I guess it's an anime. They haven't done anything with this anime in years. They haven't added any new continuity, anything. I'm tired of having to watch the same episodes over and over and over again. I mean, I guess if your headcanon is that the new Sonic Prime series is like a sequel to it, then that's cool, but that's not my personal headcanon, so.
Yo mama.
4Kids' version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was just peak. Let's be honest. This is still the best version of the TMNT ever. Like, I still like the two new versions of it, but the 2003 version was just the best one. Let's be honest. Like, I really don't know how you can even compare this series to the others. Yo, does anybody remember Tokyo Mew Mew? This show is just weird. I remember watching this show as like a little kid, just waiting for some other show that I like to come on, and I guess my brain just couldn't comprehend like time. Cause I'd just be watching this like, when is this gonna end? Like, it's okay, but is it gonna end soon? Like, I don't like this.
You're watching a full hour of the spectacular Spider-Man on the CW4kids.
Technically speaking, the Batman and Spectacular Spider-Man also aired on the CW4kids, but I'm not sure if I want to count these. I associate them a lot more with Kids WB anyway. So, moving on, Chaotic. Bruh, I remember I had so many freaking cards from this show, like so many. I had like hundreds of them. I got like this big ass box set, and whenever I went to school, I would just trade them with kids to get whatever I wanted. I swear, this was like money. Like, I just pay kids with cards. I guess I had so many, I just didn't care what happened to them. Last time I checked, I think I still have some, to be fair. From like 12 years ago, I guess, at this point. They're pretty cool, I'll be honest. The artwork on them at least is. From what I understand, the show might be coming back, which is kind of weird to think about. Like, it genuinely might be, like, the creators are pushing for it. I have not been keeping track at all, nor have I scripted this video. I think I have talked about more than 10 shows at this point. Honestly, this was just an excuse to talk about shows that I like, and I'm trying to get a video out within a day, so don't hate on this video if it's not structured, okay?